4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Diecast Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Series 33 doubles packs that have just started showing up at both Kohl's and recently at Walmart. Now, these doubles, I found them obviously at Walmart since, you know, they have gotten through their A game since the very beginning of the 2025 Diecast lineup, in which they have dominated the distribution in terms of getting diecasts on time. Same with Kohl's though. I can't argue that Kohl's does a better job as well. They get their stuff pretty early. But for this, we're going to be looking at, like I said, Series 33 of the doubles packs for the mainline. As you can see, we only have 2 double packs to review on this one. Originally, I was supposed to review 3, but that other double pack, you know, it didn't really caught my eyes, so that will not be included in this video, and I'll talk about which one it is. But we will be looking at, like I said, 2 of the double packs for Series 33. Starting with this first one right here in front of your screen, we have the 20th anniversary Max D, which was an exclusive or a Superstore exclusive, and we'll talk about a little later about that one later in this video. And then we have right beside it is El Toro Loco. But we do have a second double pack right here, and this is one of the best ones that Spin Master has probably done, and it is the Chevy Nomad Avenger versus the Neon Avenger, not the Nitro Avenger, Neon Avenger, which is weird because in the All-Star Challenge, Avenger was on Team Nitro, so that is weird to me, but we'll talk about that later. First, I just want to look over this specific double pack right here, the Max D 20th anniversary. We'll put the Avenger 2-pack aside. Right here we have, like I said, the 20th anniversary Max D accompanying the El Toro Loco that is in this double pack. So it's another El Toro Loco variant, and this is our second release of the 20th anniversary Max D. Just a little closer perspective you guys can see. So it features this the men's chassis setup right there, except it's, you know, just variations of colors. And then we have El Toro Loco on this side right here. The renders for these two match exactly like the truck. I like how I think Max D has a different chassis setup in this render compared to El Toro Loco. Otherwise, it's just a CRD chassis, and they might have the same chassis. But we're gonna look at the back side really quickly here just to give you guys a little perspective on what's in Series 33 of the double packs. Like I said, we have the Chevy Nomad Avenger and then the Neon Avenger. We have the 20th anniversary Max D and then the El Toro Loco, and 2 other double packs that I choose not to review. Most specifically this double pack right here with Dragon against Sparkle Smash, only because we've gotten a few double pack. I think we got a double pack like this with these 2 trucks paired together back in 2022, I believe. And then the other one that I choose not to review was the Blue Thunder against Banished Charles Fast. Specifically because I already have Banished Charles Fast and Blue Thunder. I have loads of Blue Thunder, so who knows what I'll do with those, but I might make customs out of it, so who knows. But yeah, these 2 double packs I'm not going to review, but these ones we will get into this one. And we're going to start with the 20th anniversary Max D and then the El Toro Loco. With that being said, let's unbox them. Alright, so here they are out of their box, and I just want to show you guys the render really quickly. There's the Max D 20th anniversary and the El Toro Loco, and the little card logos if you guys are curious to see what they look like. There they are. So the Max D and El Toro Loco, these trucks I was not expecting them to be paired together, and I was not expected to get a secondary release of the 20th anniversary Max D, which is very interesting because originally I said this was a Superstore exclusive And now we're seeing it again in the regular doubles lineup. So we'll save Max D for later. But first, I just want to talk about El Toro Loco just to get it out of the way. So we have another render of, or basically another variant of El Toro Loco. You could see here it features the new body casting with the dovetail on the back, with the rounded nose and the mouth as well. The teeth are different compared to the one from the OG El Toro Loco. So it features the new design. The horns are slightly bent downwards. I'm not sure if that's an issue or maybe that's the real thing from the truck. There is the flame pattern right here. There's the Monster Jam logo as well, and then we have the El Toro Loco logo with the monsterjam.com link right there, our website right there, and then we have the mustache right here. We have the nose ring, basically everything from the other El Toro Loco that I reviewed in series 40. Basically the same designs and features in this double variant of El Toro Loco. So this El Toro Loco features a black chassis with a yellow roll cage with orange wheels and black tires. This is basically just a re-release of this new El Toro Loco for those who missed out on it. So we're gonna put El Toro Loco to the side. We're gonna review next the 20th anniversary Max D, which is probably the weirdest truck to come out. Not saying because it's an exclusive, but only because we have not seen this guy ever release into the actual lineup. And for me, I do not have the 20th anniversary Max D, so I'm also excited to finally have one in hands, since I missed out on getting one as an exclusive when they first released into the Superstore. But here is the 20th anniversary Max D. You can see features the 20th Max D logo right here with the flame pattern. There's the Max D skull, or Max D logo right here, the skull. I don't know what that is. Maybe a robot, I forgot. There is another flame pattern right here. There's the Max D 20th logo. The Monster Jam logo is now golden in this paint scheme. We have more flame patterns over here, and then right on this side we have the Tom Mentz name right here as well. We have the On a Mission, and then there is the little speedometer meter right here, and then everything else just basically is what it is. We also have these headlights right at the front, and we have more hidden somewhere over here in this front part. I think you guys can see it, but on the back we have another Monster Jam logo, and then we have more lights right over here. I'm just trying to show you guys. So this Max D, like I said, was a Superstore exclusive, but not anymore, since, you know, it released in the double pack. The first time we've ever had this happen was the Kingsling versus Boghog double pack, which released last year, and now we're seeing another exclusive release to the public in stores, and that is the 20th anniversary Max D. And I have a feeling we might see another exclusive being on the shelves, probably the USHRA truck, or probably a old exclusive that people have not gotten their chance on. But enough about that. Max D has a black chassis with a Tom Mentz roll cage right here. So it's on a Mentz chassis, as you can see here. Yellow wheels and black tires, making this truck look really good. I do not like the colors on this one, but I plan to make a custom for this truck, so you will probably see this variant a little bit for the regular season, but I promise you that this this color setup right here will change to the accurate version. So yeah, there is the Tom Mentz Max D, the 20th anniversary, that is. Right then, we're gonna move on to the next double pack of this review. It is the Avenger 2-pack with the Chevy Nomad Avenger and the Neon Avenger. And this guy right here, this is another truck that I do not have and that I missed out on, and now is my perfect chance to finally unbox this, along with a Avenger variant that nobody has actually expected, because I thought we were going to get the Nitro Avenger, but no, we got Neon Avenger instead, but we'll talk a little about that. Here's the Chevy Nomad Avenger, and then here is the Neon Avenger. We're ready to unbox them. Alright, so the Chevy Nomad Avenger 2-pack and the Neon Avenger. And then here's the logos. I just want to show you guys. And then here is the renders for these two. I want to see if I can position them correctly. There we go. This is much better. Okay, there's the Chevy Nomad Avenger render, and then there is the Neon Avenger, the Team Neon Avenger variant over there. Yeah, not sure why we got a Neon Avenger instead of the Nitro Avenger, but I'm not complaining. At least we got a new Avenger. Let's get this out of the way. So, we're gonna review. Let's review the Neon Avenger first, because I want to get that out of the way first before we review the Nomad, since I don't have this one. Alright, so here is the Neon Avenger. Like I said, originally, this was supposed to be a Team Nitro Avenger, but instead we got a Neon Avenger, which is by far the second fantasy Avenger scheme that we've gotten, because the first one that we got was the Overcharged Avenger from last year, and now we have our second fantasy Avenger scheme, and that's the Neon paint scheme. You can see the body is completely light blue. There is the Avenger skull right there with the flame pattern here. We also have more flame patterns here. We also have the Neon Avenger over there. We have some sponsors here, as well as the Monster Jam logo. Right here on the roof, nothing much other than the flame patterns. There's the rubber duck right here on this corner. More flame patterns over here. And that's pretty much it for this Avenger. There's not really much to it other than the fact that it has pinkish headlights and a white grille. Basically, this chassis setup is a lot similar to the Neon schemes that we got, the Neon chassis setup back in 2023 when we got the Nitro Neon thematic series for Walmart. With that, we have a white chassis with a pink roll cage with pink wheels and minty green tires. They're not BKT printed though, like the regular thematic series that we got from 2023. Really wish they were printed BKTs, but I can't complain much since this truck is what we're gonna get for this double pack. So now we're gonna move on to our final truck of this review, and it is the Chevy Nomad Avenger. This Avenger, I do not have this guy, and I'm glad to have one on my hands. The first time I've ever released was in 2019 when it was in a series with Bakugan, Dragonoid, and Jurassic Attack, the blue Jurassic Attack. But now I have the Chevy Nomad Avenger on my hands, and this thing looks really cool in person. Basically, it's based on an old Chevelle body, and then you can see here we have the Chevy Nomad Avenger body, and then we have the yellow Monster Jam logo. Did I say Chevelle? No, it's a Chevy. It's a Chevy, not Chevelle. Chevelle would be Mayhem. Yeah, so my bad. So there is the this same sponsor here, the same sponsor that we're seeing in the Neon Avenger. These sponsors are exactly the same. And then I'm gonna move to the other side. There we go. Same side over here. Nothing on the back other than the window detail here. There is a silver roof right here along with a green hood, and there is flame patterns over here and here. Now, originally, the original scheme is supposed to have a gambling machine in the middle, but because this is Spin Master Monster Jam, they don't allow gambling or any kind of, 18 plus material on their diecast. So they choose not to include the gambling machine on this hood for the Chevy Nomad Avenger, which is an interesting thing. They did the same thing back in 2019 when they first released this truck, so I can't complain much. I really love the window detail on this body, and it looks really good. Kind of reminds me of the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 body, since it has these like little edges on this side right here. Kind of reminds me of the Ecto 1. But with that, we have the green chassis, we have a silver roll cage, we have orange wheels, and then we have black tires, making this stand out to be as the Chevy Nomad Avenger. Now, originally, the 2019 Chevy Avenger had orange chrome wheels, but now we're just seeing regular orange wheels, which I'm not complaining. I like both, but I think the OG looked a lot better. But with that, there it is. I just forgot to mention that this has white headlights and a silver grille right at the front. So with that, we're going to conclude this part of Diecast reviews. You can see that we have the Avenger 2-pack, and then we got the Max D 2-pack with the El Toro Loco. can see that these trucks are, paired up together, and that's pretty much that. So what we're gonna do is test these guys in the Rainbow Stadium, where we'll host another mini tournament event. Right then, it is time to settle which one of these 4 trucks from these 2 double packs is the best one from this review video. As you can see here, we have our Avenger 2 pack on one side and our Max D double pack on the other. We're going to start off with the driver lineup, starting with Jim Kohler driving in the Chevy Nomad Avenger. And then right next to him, because there are 2 Avengers, he has invited his son, Chris Kohler, to drive the Neon Avenger. And then right on the other side, we have the Max D 2-pack, starting with Isaac Holland in the 20th anniversary Max D. And right beside them is Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. You can see here, these 4 trucks are ready to go, and we have a small tournament bracket ready for you guys to display and reveal. You can see here, basically, these 4 trucks will be competing each other into their individual double pack match. So we have the 20th anniversary Max D facing El Toro Loco, and the Chevy Nomad Avenger facing the Neon Avenger. Whoever wins this second mini tournament will earn bonus points for their individual tour. So we're going to start off with the first match of the mini tournament. It's Isaac Holland, the 20th anniversary Max D, facing Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Let's see who will come out and be in the finals. They are ready to go down the track. You can see that they're both trucks already ahead, and you can see Max D having some trouble, and this is going to go to Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. He will move on to the final, where he will await either Jim Kohler or Chris Kohler in the final. As you can see, we have Jim and Chris facing each other for the first time in or at least in the entirety of this channel. And they're ready to go side by side. Down to the track they go. As you can see that Jim Kohler already getting a slat wheelie, but he's going to tumble at the very end of those ramps, which means that Chris Kohler will move on to the final round, where he will face Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. These 2 are ready to face each other. Who will earn those 5 bonus points? Will it be Armando Castro from Series Yellow, or will it be Chris Kohler from Series Orange? We're just about moments away from revealing who will win those bonus points. Armando Castro or Chris Kohler, El Toro Loco or the Neon Avenger. Let's see who will win this second mini tournament. As they're ready to go side by side, they go. You can see Chris Kohler in the lead. They're both neck and neck, and it's going to be a win for Chris Kohler, which means that he will win those 5 bonus points for his individual league in Series Orange. And with this, that's going to conclude the second mini tournament of Diecast reviews, and the second bonus point opportunity will be given to Chris Kohler in the Neon Avenger. Even though he drives Monster Mutt in Series Orange, he will still earn 5 bonus points regardless of what truck he's in, but he is there to represent Avenger for one tournament. You can see here that he has parked his truck right on top of his father's. There is Chris Kohler, and then you can see here we have Jim Kohler right beside the Chevy Nomad Avenger, and then we have Isaac Holland in the front, and we have Armando Castro in the back. And with this, we're going to conclude this episode of Diecast Reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to share this video with your friends so you can hook them up on Diecast videos like these. Until next time, we will see you in the next one. Until then, take care, everyone, and enjoy this outro.